This is what a tomatillo looks like. It has a husk. We're going to peel the husk off, wash it, and get ready to make salsa. I dehusked the tomatillos. I've got them washed and ready, and I'm going to start proceeding in the salsa verde. This is everything you're going to need. Washed tomatillos, an onion. The serrano chili peppers, usually I do like about 4 jalapenos and about 4 serranos. I like mine spicy with a kick, but the serranos this year are not hot at all. So I just went ahead, I'm going to put in 8 jalapenos. I need a couple cloves of garlic, cilantro, and then of course the magic part of the recipe is a couple tablespoons of the chicken powder. So I've got my water boiling, and I'm going to put in the onion and the jalapenos. I'll put in the tomatillos last. I'll go through that in a minute. Okay, so now I'm putting in my pan of water or pot of water. I've got the jalapenos and the onions cooking first. Once that's done, I'll pull them out, put them in the blender, and then I'm going to add the tomatoes to let them cook a little bit less longer than this. And then I'll come back on that. Okay. Alright, so it's starting to soften up a little bit. I usually do mine. I soften it until I can like stick a knife somewhere, like almost like a potato. They're pretty much almost ready to go, and now we'll put the tomatillos in. Okay, so the jalapeno and onions got done boiling those. I put them in here, and now I transferred the tomatillos. I will do the same process with the tomatillos. In the meantime, I'll blend this down so I can add the tomatillos, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I blended this up with the onions to make more room for the tomatillos. I've got my garlic ready. I'm going to do 3 cloves, 2 bushels of cilantro, and we're still waiting for this to cook. This is going to take some time. Little side note, if you don't like your salsa that spicy, then I would just lessen the jalapenos. Usually, if you want something really spicy, I do about 3 to 2 jalapenos and 2 serranos. The serranos aren't hot this year, so I did a lot of jalapenos. I like a kick to mine. Some of this I'm going to take out. I'm making a side note for my friend. But other than that, that's how you do it. So if you want less spicy, less peppers. And like maybe 1 jalapeno, 2 maybe tops. That's about it. So, and then we'll continue on. Okay, they look pretty much done. In fact, I might have overcooked them. See how they're splitting? But it's okay. I'll be very careful, and I'll put them in the blender, and we'll go from there. Alright, now I got the tomatillos in there, and I'm gonna pulse it a little bit. And now I'm gonna add my cilantro, the garlic, and then about 2 tablespoons of the powdered chicken. You could do more if you want. I have to be careful with my salt. The more salty you want, maybe the more. I've seen some people just add a couple tablespoons of the chicken powder, and then they'll add some salt. But I gotta be careful with my salt intake. So let's go from there. Okay, I put it in. I'm gonna pulse it. I might have to adjust it a couple of times, but now we're gonna do it. Okay, let's see. There we go. All right, let's pulse it. Let me see. I'm gonna have to adjust it. Okay, let's see. Get it in there. It's hard to hold the phone and do this. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, there we go. Still want those chunks of cilantro, that's why I just pulse it. Alright, we'll see the finished product. Okay, here's the finished product. I had enough to store in the freezer. It can be put in the freezer, you can freeze it. This is my jar for the week. I like to put them on eggs, fish tacos, street tacos. We use them for carnitas. Well, we're making that tonight. We're making carnitas. So this might actually all be used. I don't know yet, depending on how Chuck wants to do it. But this is the end result. It makes a lot, and it's my favorite. And again, you can always add more water to it if you want to, so it's not so gelatin, or you could add more salt. I have to be careful with my salt intake. And that's the end result. I hope you like it.